Now, if you've got short hair, you know none of this stuff is gonna work for you. I can't put a scrunchie in my hair. I can't use these clips in my hair. These are just gonna fall out, and this elastic is holding nothing. So when I'm looking at people with all their solutions to wear their surgical mask so it's not on their ears, I need the short hair people ones. So we're gonna talk about that in this video. I have 11 different ways that you can keep your mask off your ears for people with short hair. Welcome back, my name is Tammy and this is Nurse Minder, and on this channel we do everything nursing. So if you're new here, consider subscribing below so that you get the next video when it's released. Okay, 1970s called and they want their headband back.
Number 1, headband and buttons.
Seriously, okay, so aside from having just short hair problems, I also happen to have tiny head problems, and a traditional headband, if I were to just put this on, like it's already starting to come off, and just a little bit of movement, and in about 10 minutes this would be like bing off my head. So headbands are usually not an answer for me, but if I wear it like the 1970s, like the sweatband, this would work just fine. And I do have a couple of buttons at the back that would hold onto my mask loops. There we go. Oops. And now I'm looking like I'm ready for a workout. This is awesome. So colorful, so much fun. The only problem for me is that this being on all day would give me a headache. After a while I would start to notice the tension and I would end up with a headache. So this would not be an answer for me, but it might work for you. Taking it off, just as easy. Discard, and you're ready to put on a new mask.
Number 2, a little bit of fabric and a couple of safety pins.
So maybe your head's just a little bit bigger than mine and these loops are not going to stretch to the back of your head. You can make a no-sew. Again, you could make this a no-sew project. I did sew this. I just put a couple of fabrics together and a couple safety pins on either end. You could put buttons there as well to make it safe to go down to the scanners should you need to be in the hospital. And again, it's the same thing. I'm just going to place this at the back of my head. These safety pins will act as the holders for the mask, and we'll put that on. Nice thing about this is you can use any fabric you want, so you can personalize this. You can have many different types. Just find those safety pins. And there we go. Again, that's a really nice gentle pressure. I don't feel like I would have any headaches with this by the end of the day. Taking it off, just as easy. Okay, discard your mask and you can wash this.
Number 3 is a belt buckle.
The belt buckle, I'm actually not so concerned about the physicality of opening it and closing it. I like it just the way it is, and so what's going to happen is I'm going to loop my mask around these two pieces. So again, we've got our mask ready to go, and you can see that there are 2 places where that will sit. And now I'm good for the day. It feels really relaxing. There's not a lot of pressure there. And this is still acceptable if you need to go down to the MRI scanner. You don't have to worry about the content in there. Taking it off, just as easy. Save your belt buckle and discard the mask.
Number 4 might surprise you. It's a suction cup.
This is the suction cup mask holder. So I've gone to the dollar store, and actually what I found were these decorative pieces that you would put on the wall in your shower room. And I initially was thinking the butterfly would work really well, but because it's so smooth, the mask just falls right off of it. Then I got to looking at the suction cup and I'm like, this is a perfect edge for my mask. So I wanted to show you quickly how beautifully this works. Simply put this down, loop it across, and you're ready to go. And then I thought, what if we could make this just a little prettier? So I have some fabric and I simply just made a nice little circle that this is going to slide into. I have haven't sealed it off on the end. So this is a little bit of a sew project. You do have to sew the outside about 3/4 of the way around. There we go. And then you need to make a little slit here for the nipple to come through. Now again, if you'd like to sew that edge so it doesn't fray, because you're going to use this for a long time, you can certainly do that. And then the last thing you would need to do is to find a way to seal the edge here so that you can reopen it and take it out and wash it. So now this is going to look just a little nicer at the back of the head. I'm going to place that. I'll put my mask on first. And there we go, we're ready to work. I don't like a lot of pressure on my head, and so this is a perfect solution for me, because if I were to wear something that was pressuring all the way around, I would end up getting a headache really quickly. So for me, this is a really nice alternative. Take it off. Again, just find your loops. You can wash this, you can sanitize the plastic inside, and discard your mask.
Number 5, good old standby Velcro.
Now Velcro is something I was thinking about. How can I use Velcro to secure my mask? Because I want something that I can still use all day long, that I don't have to worry about if I go down to the MRI machine, that I'm not going to be able to keep that in place. So I was looking around the house. These are all homemade remedies, and I came across my Canadian flags from my military service, and I thought, I wonder if this would work. And you know what? It does. So these are just Velcro together, 2 pieces of Velcro together. If I were to use these for a long period for the day, I'd probably sew them so they would not come apart. But again, mask on. I'm going to just start with it on. Turning around, I've got my Canadian flags, and go to the opposite side. It's in the groove, and there we go. Same thing, it feels really relaxing. There's not a lot of pressure or tension there for me because I have such a small head. And then simply just take it off. These can be washed, this can be discarded. Now if you happen to have a really big head, I have my name bars from when I was in. These are really wide. You could probably put a few buttons on either end of that to give yourself a little bit more girth, but Velcro is a great alternative.
Number 6 is a no-sew surgical cap.
Now in this part, I'm going to show you how to make a no-sew surgical cap. So you're going to want a piece of fabric, and rough estimate is shoulder to fingertip for length, and then shoulders to your waist for width. Now I'm just going to fold over the edge here and create a bit of a band. The other thing you're going to need is an elastic, okay? I've got my folded piece here. That looks about right there. I'm simply just going to put this on my head, fold it back, and gather the fabric. That's it. I'm going to turn it in, and turn it in, and now my elastic is just going to capture all of this. And that's your no-sew surgical cap. Now, here's why I want it. I actually want it to be able to hold on to my loops of my surgical mask. So as I put this on, I'm going to crisscross at the back. And now I'm ready to go. Just remember which one you put on first, because we have to be able to get this off. So you take them off, you just come to the back. Discard, and you're ready to keep going.
Number 7, why not a few puzzle pieces?
All right, now I said I was going to get creative, and these are all just things I was able to find in the house today. So should you have to go right away and you need something, you might find a few options in your home. So I was looking at the puzzle pieces, and I'm like, well, geez, these have got potentially really great loops, I might want to cut off this end if I'm going to use it, but it's colorful. It looks like it's going to be okay. So let's see if the puzzle piece is going to work. I'm going to start with this on my face first. It's starting to get stretched out. Oh, dear, dear. All right. Puzzle piece down or puzzle piece up, it really doesn't matter. But let's stretch that over and see. Yep, it looks like it's gonna work and it's gonna hold. So that could be a fun little thing to do, is change up the puzzle piece every day, and then maybe at the end of the month you've got a whole puzzle to put together. I don't know, it could be a fun activity for the unit staff. Or everybody wears a different puzzle piece and then at the end of the day you build the puzzle together. Taking it off, same thing. Discard the puzzle piece and your mask.
Number 8 is action figures.
Now, I love the monkey in a barrel look, but I don't have any monkeys in a barrel here. My children are all grown and I had boys, and all I could find in the house is hockey stuff, military stuff, and I came across a little John Cena. John Cena is gonna give me a hand here. Who knew that this was gonna come in handy? So Mr. John Cena is gonna hold on to my mask for me. And we're just gonna hang out today. It's a lot of fun, actually. I'm sure that if you worked in pediatrics, you could find different action heroes to put in your hair every day. Again, taking it off, simple.
Number 9 is a fashion statement with your hoop earrings.
Now the next 3 options I have are most likely a little bit more concerning should you have to take a patient down to the MRI. The first one is an earring. How many of you have got hoop earrings? Doesn't take much to get that hoop earring to work now as a holder for your mask. Oh, it is there, is it? Yeah, there we go. And again, light pressure, I don't really notice it back there. You can put a little fashion into your day, a little bit of fun, right? Taking it off, just as easy. My glasses keep getting in the way. Do not discard your earring. Make sure you take that home. Clean it, but discard your mask.
Number 10, the carabiner.
The carabiner. Now the carabiner is certainly going to be something we can use. Again, we'll just start with that mask on. We'll latch one side. And you're good to go.
Number 11 is binder clips.
Now this last one may seem a little bit unusual, but if you are desperate for something and you happen to have a few binder clips around, we're gonna use this to keep our mask on. So putting our mask on again. First going to put it through. Actually, it might be easier to do it down here first. Put one side through first, it's already on there. And now I just have to get the other side. There we go. Now in a pinch, that's going to help you to get those loops off your ears and release that pressure. This is probably not safe for the MRI scanner though. Taking it off, just as simple. And you're good to go. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this video has given you at least something new to try and think about. And if not, a little bit of imagination as to what you can find in your house that would help you reduce the pressure off your ears with wearing those surgical masks for a long period during the day. Of course, we want to have something that's suitable for our environment and safe should you need to go down to the MRI scanner if you work in the hospital, but also something you can clean and take care of. So fabric, these no-sew tricks are awesome. They're quick, they're fast. Of course, once you start to wash this, it's going to fray, so you will want to sew it eventually, but If you're in a bind, you're at short time, you can get by for a little while. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Make it a great day, guys.
Not quite ready to get back to work? No worries. I got some binge-worthy content right here.